All right, bro, today, simple chest day, push-ups. Again, we're getting back to just keeping it simple, just 1 or 2 exercises a workout. I love that. So like deadlifts, the benefit of going a while without working out, in my case, it was like a month and a half, whatever it was, for various reasons. You can look back on my channel. You get really sore when you work out. So like after that deadlift, my entire back is destroyed. My glutes and hamstrings, now some of that's from running sprints the next day, but let's say at least 70–80% of that is from the deadlift workout. But my entire backside, from the bottom of my neck to my calves, was sore. And my entire back, my lats were sore, my traps from up here all the way down. If you don't know your traps actually go all the way down your back. My erectors were sore, my rhomboids were sore. In fact, my rhomboids, yeah, nothing fancy, but very effective, especially when you're big like me. Obviously, push-ups are crazy effective. So, I say let's just get going. Let's just do the damn thing. Whatever that is, I'm happy with that, baby. Whoo! Let's go. If you're new to the channel, a fresh push-up AMRAP is the most violent thing I do. Like, I get more queasy thinking about doing a full push-up AMRAP than basically anything. Right on par with a real heavy deadlift or a really heavy squat. Oh. All right, you know what? We're gonna stick with that. I know it's only 3 sets, but bro, I mean, I can only do 3. Chest, triceps are both detonated. We're gonna finish up our triceps. So yeah, 3 sets of chest doesn't seem like much, but I'm telling you, my chest is pumped. And so that's good. Let's do some triceps. Glue these up with push-ups and this. This is exactly how I build my triceps. These standing skull crushers, where I do a few reps, and then I just hold it, static hold. That literally just blows them up. It's insane. My triceps are what give out and fail when I'm pushing up, not my chest. And this bar, this is 75 pounds, so nothing crazy, but it's beautiful at the same time. Shit. And I call these crush presses. Should I do 5 or 6? And now I just static hold it like that. Oh, man. And I'm not resting that on my neck. That's all triceps and tendons and ligaments holding that up. Oh, that hurts. Oh, and that right there blows them up more, at least for me, than just doing presses to failure. Oh my goodness, dude, I'm telling you. I've also played with this with other stuff, like pause squats. That's what gave me the idea of it, right? Pause squats. How did I figure that out? I was trying to figure out a way to target my squats or my quads without a squat bar, without leg extensions or anything, just a barbell. And I found that pause zerchers, holding that zercher, you know, in the deep, I'm not warmed up, but in that deep, all the way down, just holding that in that deep pocket position for 30 seconds to a minute, detonated my quads and blew them up. Like, that's almost painful right there, but in a good way. Just moving my arms up. Like, they just pump so much blood into the triceps, it's crazy. And the cool thing about this workout I'm doing is with everything combined, every body part gets hit 6 sets. So chest will be 6 after I do my 3 sets of flies. My chest will have 6 sets. Push-ups is triceps. This is triceps. So that's 6 sets for triceps. This is hitting shoulders. This is front delts and side delts. Because I don't care what anyone says. Standing overhead press behind the neck hits your side delts. I know because I've tested it. I can already feel my side delts are a little pumped. So this and some raises, that's 6 sets of shoulders. Simple. And then you can do this if you only take, you know, like a minute to a minute and a half of rest. You crank out a workout in like 15 minutes. And it's, bye. And this is also really good for the tendons, strengthening those ligaments, so that when you are benching a shitload, you don't snap nothing off, or, you know, as I like to do, overhead press. So I want really strong tricep tendons. Shit, I was gonna raise the camera. I'll do that next time, so I'm not so damn far back. That burns. And that just takes your triceps to absolute complete failure. You can't even lift that over my head. Oh, I shouldn't say I can't. If you put a gun to my head, I absolutely could, but I choose not to. Oh man. And they hurt a lot in the moment, but that's why it's lightweight. It's only 75 pounds. You know what I mean? I could crank 20 or 30 reps of that pretty easily if I needed to. But there's just something about just holding it in that static position, man. And this part of the, I don't know. All I know is this works for me. Now, what we hadn't gotten figured out is getting this fat off until recently. We're just hitting our fat last arc. Like, fat's starting to really peel off. And that progress, you know, we're a lifelong fatty, bro. We're a food addict. We had to figure that shit out. It's taken us 18 months, nearly dying in a fire and all kinds of shit, but we're finally in that moment. And I know, because I quit smoking. I tried quitting smoking my whole life. Failed many, many, many dozens of times. And I know what it felt like when I finally did it. And I bullshitted myself a little bit the last 18 months saying I was in that space. But now that I'm actually there, I can confidently say I am in that mind space. I know what it felt like. Because I'm not binging. I'm not even having to try not to binge. When I finally decided to quit smoking, it wasn't hard. It was easy. I didn't have to try not to smoke. it wasn't even, it was disgust in my mind just thinking about smoking. That's how, I don't know if disgust because I love food so much, but I'm not even seriously considering binging or eating anything outside of, in fact, I'm eating the leanest and strictest I've ever eaten in my life right now, probably. It's just because I really want to see the progress. But yeah, push-ups and these, your entire hit your entire tricep. And I don't know how it is for most people, but for me, my tricep is what fails when I'm doing push-ups. It's not my chest. It's absolutely, I can feel it every time. My triceps are what dies. And I think that's why the reps drop so fast, because obviously the chest is much stronger than the triceps. It's just my little triceps, giving out. It tells me I need to do some endurance shit. I need to do a high rep tricep workout soon. I haven't done one in a while. That's another thing I'll do, where I'll do laying down skull crusher dumbbells and just do like 150, 200 reps without stopping. I call them Joker sets. Right, just start going crazy. All right. A lot of that fun shit we did in the beginning of our channel, we're about to start doing again. Because we're out of our fucking whatever bullshit funk we've been in, especially since the fire, man. That really fucked with my head. But, yeah, popped our calf for the first time we ever pulled any kind of muscle. And then we had our fire and that. And then a bunch of other shit. But we're done being a pussy. We're back on the grind, baby. We finally threw our panties away and put our big boy shorts back on. All right. There we go. Whew. That hurts. Oh, that fucking hurts. Okay. Oh. Whoo. Going right into some shoulder raises, warm our shoulders up. And then we're gonna do a set or two really heavy. And then we're gonna burn out with bands. Because I like doing really heavy raises and then also some light ones to really pump blood in. But I love heavy compound movements. And I think everything could be a heavy compound movement. And you could turn lateral raises, heavy compound movement. And people can say it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't work, but you saw the shoulders, you know what I mean? And I've done a lot of that with fasting and the way I train, so one of those two things together is doing something. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna do some heavy, like 40-pound raises, which for me is heavy. All right, again, these are for me very heavy raises, 40 pounds. And a lot of people are gonna say, oh, those don't work, that's stupid and all that. That's fine, that's your opinion. I disagree. I don't ever train traps. I've never trained traps in my life. I've done nothing but raises and deadlifts and rows. Look at those. Look at those fucking traps. You see that? I ain't never trained a trap in my fucking life, bro. It's from doing shit like what I'm about to do now. And I tested this. Like I've done nothing but these in a workout, detonated my delts. That's how I know for a fact they work. Same thing, I've done nothing but overhead presses. Delts blew up. I run my own studies. I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours learning from experts. The Isratels of the world. Bromley, the strongman Isratel dude. Eddie Hall, golden information all through his early channel. You know, I've Nippert, Will Tennyson. I've learned from these guys. And then I just apply shit and try it. And I'm like, They say this doesn't work, but I feel like it does. You know, like when I'm first learning, I didn't know I was very still beginner. I'm doing overhead presses and I'm like, you know, and I'm walking it out like that. I'm like, I'm feeling that right here. What do they mean that doesn't hit it? And it absolutely does. It's this motion to that, I think is what's hitting your sides. And especially behind the neck, really hits your side delts. Again, I love these heavy raises. This works traps, everything. And I just love heavy compound movement. Same thing with a tricep press down. You know, with heavy weight. You know, that's like a dip, that's a fucking like a press. I mean, that's triceps, that's you're hitting your entire upper body. I can turn lat pull down or push downs to an entire full upper body workout. And again, right now I'm just the fat dude, I get it, but it's all gonna start to make sense, I promise. You know, not just going against the grain, just to be a rebel without a cause. It's just what felt right. And hopefully people learn from that in and of itself. So sometimes you just do shit and it works. You don't need permission or validation. Sometimes you just know something works and then you just trust yourself. It's actually really, really cool superpower. All right, here we go. Heavy lateral raises, heavy compound lateral raises. Oh yeah. Let's go, baby. Oh yeah. See, I can just feel that after that one set. Traps and this whole front half of my shoulder. I could feel that. I didn't even feel that back in here. In the front of the rear delt, on the rear of the side delt. Yeah, baby. And of course, this is a beginner thing. If I've been lifting for 5 years, you know, maybe that's different, right? You know, I just know a lot of the shit that I've done works for beginners. Because I mean, I have to find the video, but you can I literally couldn't see my tricep. And then the very next week, it was there. Half of the horseshoe was visible. I didn't lose a bunch of weight that week. It was the first time I did these thingies. I mean, that's not a coincidence. Too many instances like that throughout my lifting journey and just life in general. It's not coincidence. This is a quantum computer. It sounds like I'm just talking out of my ass. Again, I've spent hundreds and probably well over 1,000 hours watching the actual experts. I'm a student of YouTube University. And I think it's the greatest library in the history of mankind. Better than the Vatican Library, better than the Library of Congress. Why? Because those are just libraries of the elite. YouTube is a library from the lowest drunk, homeless peasant to the president, the most powerful person in the world, the president of the United States, and everything in between. It's the greatest library ever assembled, by far. Anything you could possibly ever want to know is on YouTube. It's just, you can't even, it's just, there's uncomparable to anything in human history. Yeah. Yeah, I use a little momentum to get up. Because here to here is where it matters. See, I feel like I'm floating right now. Holding my arms like there, my arms feel light and weightless right here. So all I'm doing is using whatever momentum and strength I need to get them here and just resisting as much as possible. That's why it looks like I kind of float. I go, and then I float a little bit and drift down and then boom. Because I think resisting from here to here, that's where a lot of the magic happens with raises. Yeah, baby. So yeah, sorry about the shit lighting, bros. Maybe a change of scenery moving forward after this. Because we'll be moving after this workout. We'll be in the gym much more often moving forward. So. Or in the little living room of my new apartment. And I'll have a studio light to create lighting. So. Like obviously this whole workout, I don't need to be in the gym. I can do this all from my little living room if I want. Or at the park or whatever. This is completely fasted, no pre-workout, not even any salt. It's just 100% fasted from since last night. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. Whew. Whew. Yeah. There we go. Whew. I like these even better than dumbbells with the bands and the wrist things to really burn out and flood it with blood. This says 30-pound resistance. I don't know how much it actually is. It's sure not 30 pounds, but whatever it is, it's the right amount of weight. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna do a static hold. Whew. There it is. Let's do one more of those, baby. Whew. That's the nice thing about the shoulders, man. They recover so fast. 5 or 10 seconds and you can do another half set. Oh. Oh. Oh man. I just feel my shoulders. I just feel my shoulders blown up. All right, flutter raises where I just do the very top, like 20% of the, I just do like the top 20, 30% of the movement. Constant tension on the side delts. Oh shit, okay. Whew. Oh my God. Oh man. Whoo! Let's go, baby. Boy, you can see that thing bulging out at the bottom. Look at that. Cannonball mode activated. Whoo! Cannonball mode activated. Haha. That's literally a cannonball. This. Woo! Yeah, buddy. My whole tricep just turns into a giant blob whenever I'm pumped. You can see a ripple though. Oh yeah, look at that ripple, baby. Look at the rip. Look at the ripple. Look at the ripple. Looks like a giant fucking summer sausage under there. I've tried this before. That's crazy. I actually feel that in my chest. I'm just like flexing my pec and then just kind of moving my arm up. Oh, I do feel it in my bicep a little bit too. But I'm keeping a straight arm. So. That's crazy. I do feel that in my chest. It's a little weird. I'm just gonna do because that was a little weird, but I don't know, I think I'm too fat to kind of do it because my arms are too far out. I can't get my arms close enough in to really do it, but oh, my triceps are gone. There we go. All right, you know what? Let's do one burnout on our knees, push-ups. All right, that's it. Complete failure. Whew. Triceps are done, bros. Whew. Shaking. I'm happy with that workout. Again, it's a little unconventional. May not be what everyone's doing, but it works for me. All right, man. Well, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Appreciate y'all. That was an hour-long workout. Holy shit. So, W. So we'll be moving the next few days and probably vlog that. So don't trip out. The next video may not be for 4 or 5 days. I don't know, but I will be moved into my new place when I post my next video after this. Peace.